Hello, welcome to Microsoft PowerPoint session. Today, we will be learning about charts. Now, this word is very synonymous to Microsoft Excel. Whenever we think about charts, we think about Microsoft Excel. We analyze the data, we clean the data, analyze it, and then use graphical representations like charts or graphs to represent the same. And what we used to do before is take those charts and copy paste it in our PowerPoint presentations to show them as a slide. But do you know you can actually create charts in PowerPoint? Well, this must be a news to you as well. So let's learn how to create charts in PowerPoint presentation. So we will be talking about creating charts, editing charts, which will be a demo, and copying charts from Excel. Users can create charts in Microsoft PowerPoint itself. There are various chart layouts available, and the user can use any layout as per their requirement. The charts can be edited and formatted as well. All the large sets of data that we used to clean and then analyze it, all of this we used to go to do it in Microsoft Excel, which is itself has to be done there. But creating of charts is not limited to Microsoft Excel anymore. We can actually create charts in PowerPoint presentation. How do we do it is something that we will be learning right now. So let us go back. And we will open the presentation that we were working on. Right? As you see, this is a blank slide. So let's keep it blank. And in insert ribbon menu, just beside shapes, icons, 3D models, and smart art, you will find chart. Make sure that you're using the latest version of Microsoft PowerPoint or Microsoft Office 365 subscription. Now, when you click on to chart, you see there is column, pie, line, pie, bar, area, XY scatter, map, stock, surface, radar, tree map, sunburst, histogram, box and whisker, waterfall, funnel, and combo. So do you see so many different types of templates, chart templates are available for you? Doesn't this make your life a bit simpler? And now you must be thinking, well, can we just add charts? What will happen to the calculation? So we will take one step at a time. So let's take the clustered column as our chart layout. Now, do we want this, the stacked one, the 100% stacked one, the 3D clustered column? Well, this is another thing. You can have 3D clustered columns as well. That's very interesting, right? So 3D stacked or 3D column. Now I will prefer the normal 2D clustered column. So let's select onto it. The moment I select onto it, what opens is a Microsoft Excel page. What you can do is you can edit data here if you want. You can open your tables or your data here. Make sure that you are cleaning it properly. Clean it, and then you will see that the chart has been edited here as well, right? You can also edit the chart titles, change the colors if you want. So you can choose among various chart styles which are available for you. In case you want to choose the color, just beside style, you will be able to see color. You can use any of the steps. I prefer using the same color and different shades of it because it is easier to determine, but it also depends on the data that you are representing. You can keep it colorful as well. Or what you can do is you can try to change the design of the color itself. So let's say you want to use your branding colors to show the data, might as well use that. So this is how the chart style and the chart color can be changed. Now you can switch row and column as well if you want. So this is something when you are doing, just make sure you're checking on the data before you are switching the rows and the columns. You can add a chart element. So change the axis, axis titles, add a chart title, data labels, data table, error bars, grid lines, legend, trend line, etc. Anything and everything that is to do with the charts, you can do it on Microsoft PowerPoint as well. You can do a quick layout check if you want. You can select data, edit the data as well. So let's say I just want to use the series 2, I'll just use the series 2. If I want series 1 and series 2, I'll do that as well. So make sure whenever you're editing the data that it's perfectly edited, right? Please be careful that you have cleaned up the data. Do a secondary check after you have properly cleaned your data and analyzed your data so that there is no repetition, and then add the chart here itself. You can also change the chart type if you want. So let's say you want a line chart, you can do the same. Similarly, if you want a pie or a bar, depending on your requirement, you will be able to change the chart to any layout or to any template you would want. So right now, it makes your work a bit easy. You do not have to do back and forth from Excel to PowerPoint. Yes, you have to visit Excel. You have to make sure that your data is analyzed. But the chart can be created in Microsoft PowerPoint as well. Isn't this easy? This is right now a very, very important feature. And all of you out there who are presenting analyzed data on PowerPoint, make sure that you use PowerPoint only to create your charts for the slides. You do not have to do back and forth from Excel to PowerPoint for creating charts and copying them. So now that we have learned about editing charts and also how do we create charts, time to go back to learn how to copy charts from Microsoft Excel. So this one is very simple. Whatever the data that you present, you can present it in the form of chart. And once you go to Microsoft Excel and clean up and analyze your data, you will be creating a chart there. Well, it's very simple. You create the chart and you copy and you paste it in your presentation. Now, two things you might be thinking. What happens if I change the data a bit? If there is a slight modification in the chart, make sure you're saving it because your presentation chart will also change. So let's see how to copy charts from Excel to PowerPoint. So I already have a chart open, sample Excel, and let me select these numbers and just create a normal chart, right? So let me create a column chart. As you see, even Microsoft Excel has less choices to make charts, less layouts than PowerPoint. Well, PowerPoint one is more interesting, I would say. Let's change the color. So I would use this color. Yeah. And I want to copy this. So copy. And we go to the presentation. Sorry. And we do Control V. As you see, the chart has been added here. Now we go back to Excel and let's say here I turn it into second. So this has changed. You see there has been a change in the chart. And here the change has already happened. Well, this is really fast, right? So be assured if you're making charts in your Excel and you have changed the data a bit, it will reflect on the charts in Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint as well. But make sure you're saving your presentation as well as that Microsoft Excel, because then there won't be a loss of data. Always after making any changes, save your presentation and as well as that Excel document. You do not want to present a wrong chart, right? So this is how we create, edit, and copy charts in Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Now that we have learned all about the charts, please go to support.microsoft.com to learn how to use charts and graphs in your presentation. Also, do try to complete a course on Microsoft PowerPoint in Microsoft Learn and earn few extra credits. Thank you. Welcome to the last session of Microsoft PowerPoint Phase 1. Now that we have learned about the ribbon menus of PowerPoint, we have learned what are the different screens and views that you can work on, how to insert objects and pictures and icons and 3D models, how to work with them, format them, edit them, how to align them, arrange them. Also, how to insert charts in your presentation. We will now learn how to custom make templates and use it and save it and use it for future purpose. So let's begin our session. So we will be learning about saving presentations as templates. Now, before we get into the session, there is one thing that we will be learning in the phase 2 of Microsoft PowerPoint, which is Slide Master. But I'm going to show you how, with the help of just PowerPoint presentation, we can customize templates and we can use them for future purpose. So you can create certain presentations. Sometimes what happens is you create a presentation and there's a layout and a design which is followed. You take that design and you might want to reuse it for other presentations as well. Or else you might want to standardize it. What you should do is you should save those presentations as templates. And how do you need to save them? Is save them using .potx. Again, .potx. Now, if you have the recent version of Microsoft Office PowerPoint, you will be able to save it as a PowerPoint presentation template itself. And you do not need to write .potx. So let's see how we can create a template. Let's open Microsoft PowerPoint. and we're going to start a blank presentation. Now, you already have access to the preloaded templates, but here we are going to be creating a template of our own. So for example, blank slide with can be removed. Then I can do Control M and add a new slide. You can obviously change the layout by right clicking on it. And let's say I can only put section header here. Control M. Because I did Control M from the previous slide, so it's following that layout, I can change it, put a comparison. Again, if I do Control M, you see I get the same layout as the previous one. So change it again. Now that my layout has been created, what I can do is add a background. So let's say I want to choose the color. I'm going to be choosing the color here. I can make sure this is how it would look. And what I do is I apply to all. So see, all the slides have the same background, right? So my background is fixed, my layout is fixed. Next. And let's say I want to add an icon here. Let's say I want to use this icon everywhere, right? And increase it. I keep it here and I change the color. Yes. I can either convert it to a shape or a graphic if I want. And add it to all the slides. in the same place. So my presentation is more or less created. In case I want to add something more, I can do that. You can go to View, go to Slide Master. In case you want to work on the font, the layout. This is something we will be doing in the next sessions anyway. So we also have to make sure that the font and the colors and everything is same. The background style is also same. Right? So all the slides should have an uniformity when it comes to the font size, when it comes to the text of the content, the pictures, the images, the icons that has been used. Now we go to File and we save it as, so we go to, let's download and save as company template. And then we go to Save As Type and choose PowerPoint template. You see, we have a lot of formats here, but I'm going to be using PowerPoint template. And we save it. Now I will close the presentation. I will go and search here. One second. Go open from here as well. So this is the custom office template, and the template is already created. I can use this several times and keep on making new presentations with the help of this template. The font, the size, the picture, everything will remain the same. So this is how you can customize your presentations and save it as a template. In case you're using the older version of Microsoft PowerPoint, save it with .potx. In case you're using the newer version, you will be able to save it as a PowerPoint template. Learn more about how to create and save a PowerPoint template. Please visit support.microsoft.com. Also, hope you have already completed a course on Microsoft PowerPoint in Microsoft Learn. Now for the assignment. Open Microsoft PowerPoint or office.com to use Microsoft PowerPoint. Create a 5-slide presentation about your office. You can write about the team members, you can write about the work that they do, how are they doing it, what are the rules and regulations that you follow, how many teams are there, what are the work you are doing presently. Anything that you think will be worth putting it in the presentation, please add it. Make sure it's only 5 slides. Add images and icons which are relevant to the presentation. Make sure you're using the picture editing tool, the icon editing tool, formatting tools to make sure that there is uniformity in all the images and icons that you have added in your presentation. All the objects that has been added should be arranged and grouped. Insert a chart with small data set of the number of people who are working in your office. Now, make sure you're clicking a screenshot every time you finish a task. And in case you are stuck somewhere, do let us know. We will help you out with the problem. Hope you liked our session. Let's look forward to our next upcoming sessions. Thank you.